So, here we are. Out onto the circuit come our Bambino contenders, led by number 74, Austin Newstead. Maximilian Abrahart on the outside of row number 1. Max today and Jack Baker on row 2. Colby Patterson and Josh Cormack on row 3. Morgan Weston and Austin Oman, row 4. Then it is Drew Davison and Grayson Wortley, Max Gilman and Josh Griffin, Harry Neeson and Marley Fisher, Harper Das and Charlie Munns, Ethan Lucas and Amelia DL, Imogen Summerfield and Otis Cleary. Hopefully Imogen is out there. She had a bit of an incident in the pre-final. And we'll have a full grid of 20 drivers. So it's Newstead, Abrahart, Max Tadej. I don't know if it's today or Tadej, not Tadej. I was mispronouncing it earlier. So apologies to the Tadej clan. Auntie Lisa will be happy that I pronounced Max's name correctly, which is always good to hear. They come into the grid on their positions. The third place starter, Max, that's actually fourth place starter, Jack Baker there, just rolling past his grid slot, and his dad has to kind of pull him back in line. They try to anticipate this start. Now I'm looking at the back, and we do have Harper Das. I can't see. Yes, I can, but his transponder may not be working. So all 20 drivers are there. Imogen Summerfield in number 13 is also there, as is the number 22 of Otis Cleary. This is going to be... Oh, it's pronounced Taddy. Oh, like Neeps and Tatties, but Taddies. Okay, so as long as Auntie Lisa's happy, my job's done. Here we go. Lights are out. We're off and racing in the Bambino Final here at Clay Pigeon, round 1 of the Wera Tours British Kart Championship. Down towards Billy's Blind. The Bambinos all safely through cleanly. Good driving. I hope the drivers in the other classes are taking notes. And Max Abrahart in second place. Oh, there's a couple of spinners coming out of the chicane. Harper Das is amongst them, and possibly Harry Neeson as well. There goes Max Gilman in kart 50 off the side of the circuit. Oh, no, that purple looks like there was a sports car back in the 1960s, an American sports car. It was called the Honker, believe it or not, and it was exactly that shade of purple, Anthony Jordan, just in case you were wondering.
What? Yeah, okay. I didn't ask, but yeah, good.
Now, anyway, and number 61 has decided to park. Oh, that's Maximilian Abrahart. There's going to be no repeat of Fullbeck in the round 2 final of another Bambino series, because he's decided to park and watch the race. Oh, dearie me, out of second position. Newstead now leads Austin Oman in kart number 16. There they go through the chicane. Baker is third, Weston is fourth, Cormack is fifth. Then it's Patterson, Griffin, Taddy, Wortley, Fisher, Munns, Lucas, Cleary, Gilman, DL, Summerfield, Dash, Neeson and Davison. Poor old Maximilian Abrahart. I didn't see what happened. I mean, he's pulled off a long way. Now, that doesn't look like a spin. Oh, dear. Number 48, also in difficult. That's Charlie Munns. Munns gets going again. And you can just see how big some of those curves are. These small Bambino karts, you can really get beached. Yep. Anthony Jordan, you look a bit moist. What's the weather doing?
It's sunny.
Excellent.
Can you not tell?
Oh. Yes. You can see the glint on the cameras there. But, I mean, the Bambinos have had a good start. There's the number 16, Austin Oman. Now, he's holding off a whole group of people. Well, Austin Newstead in kart number 74 has just absolutely gone.
He has indeed. 9.5 minutes on that one on the timer, but the 74, as you say, yeah, 3.1 seconds it is now on the timer screen. Yeah, disappeared. So a great running at the moment for Austin Newstead. Austin Oman, the other Austin, the two Austins, 1-2.
Yes.
All privateers, of course. Is under a little bit of pressure, though, from Jack Baker, the 16 and 17. That's the 22.
That's
gone awry.
Otis Cleary has gone off there. Do you know how I knew it was Otis Cleary?
How did you know?
Because it had Otis written on the side of his cart.
And it had
big
the number,
letters.
and it had the number 22,
Well,
and that's Otis's number.
I'm thick, but I can just about read a 4-letter word.
Oh,
there we go. 3 wide across the start-finish line, side by side for second. And that's the number 17 kart of Jack Baker moving into P2 at the expense of Austin Oman. Morgan Weston is closing right in. The Move It Property sponsored driver, Weston, and it's the rain is coming. It's intensified, if anything else. Now, in a way, this is quite good if you're on wet tyres. When it's really, really wet, that gives the actual grooves in the tyres something to bite in and grip. So the drivers will be miserable out there, but they'll at least be able to turn the corners.
Exactly. They have traction.
They have traction. And, somebody doesn't have traction. On the exit of Top Bend, there's a kart that's pulled off the side of the circuit. I think the kart, what's the official retirement?
71.
71. The driver is fine, but the kart may have drowned.
Yes. That is the problem. Now, you see, that is the big problem with these Bambinos in these dreadful conditions, is because they are such a small engine and they are so close to the ground that any lots of spray, and these are kicking up a lot of spray. They're only small, but they kick up a lot of spray, and they just get engulfed. They get engulfed in water, the engine super cools down and just drowns. And that
was actually Amelia Diel, the young Scots lady. That's a long drive back up to Scotland after you've retired from the final. There's Max Taddy in kart number 66. He's got that Valentino Rossi-esque livery on his kart.
Very nice. I'm a fan of Rossi, I am.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Good. That's good for you. Number 70 on your screen. Grayson Wortley. That's a nice livery kart as well. And Grayson is up into 9th position. Now, Jack Monahan on the live chat. He's not quite sure which junior drivers to keep his eye on because they haven't updated their pages on driver database yet. So he doesn't know who has the best resume of the Bambino karters.
I know.
Well, Jack, let me tell you, the best resume of the karters on track now in this championship would be Harry Neeson because he finished 10th last year.
Yep, that's very true. That's very true.
Now you knows.
Now you knows.
Austin Newstead has got the best resume in this race. Ignore what you're looking at the timing screens at the side. The timing that was Max Taddy is not leading. I think there's a slight problem with his transponder. Max Taddy is actually down in 5th position, but 4.5 seconds up the road. Austin Newstead is really just cruising away. Now this is good because this is now like a test session for Austin. He hasn't got to worry. He can just focus because it's so important. In these conditions, the drivers just need to drive the racetrack.
Yeah.
Drive the racetrack, not the people around you.
Yes, exactly that. And that is the most important thing for these drivers to remember because, of course, especially in these conditions as well, because everything just kind of falls into place of what you want to happen. And, of course, with these finals as well, it's the first final as well of the year.
It's a long season.
Yes.
You score points, all the way through the season. Obviously, the finals carry more points, but still, you just want to get your British Championship underway, safely, and, come back saying, right, okay, what can we work on? Morgan Weston, meanwhile, up into 4th place. This is a good little battle between Baker, Oman, Weston, Taddy, and just a little way behind is Colby Patterson in kart number 24. You can see Colby Patterson with the white crash helmets coming through Button Bend. And quite rightly, Jack Monahan pointing out that knowing is half the battle. Well, I knows it, and now you knows it. And also, he knows it.
He does indeed.
Knows it.
Austin
Newstead continues to lead just over halfway through this Bambino final. Down towards Billy's Blind comes the battle for 2nd position. The 17 of Baker, the 27 of Morgan, the 16 of Oman, the 66 of Taddy, the 24 of Patterson, and the number 70 of Grayson Wortley.
Yep, it's a very close battle there at the front end of the field. 4 of them absolutely nose to tail for that 2nd spot on the podium. And, of course, you can just see there the 27, the very bright gold lid. It doesn't look bright in these conditions. It will look bright in sunshine, I suspect.
But again, for those of you looking to what I want to have my crash helmet painted so it's something to make it distinctive for commentators to point out, not just in this championship, but any championship.
Yeah.
So, if a commentator can see your crash helmet clearly, they get to know you better. It's a think about promoting yourselves, drivers.
It's a known thing.
It's a known thing.
It is indeed. There you go. The battle for third is heating up because it's coming side by side. The 16 and 27. Oman and Weston side by side in towards Billy's blind. And it looks like Weston has managed to get the job done but runs slightly wide. Oman comes back and holds onto that third place spot.
Classic Billy's crossover move.
It is indeed.
Go wide, go wide on the way in, let the driver go out the inside and then sweep back into the second apex to get the racing line for the S's.
Indeed, but these two battling away is going to allow Taddy, is it?
Taddy. Yes.
Taddy, there we go, getting it right. It was my first time saying that one since,
no, exactly.
Since the clear mistakes that we were making earlier today.
Yeah, Auntie Lisa's
shame on us.
Auntie Lisa's going to be happy with both of us.
Auntie
now.
Lisa, thank you, Auntie Lisa. Yeah.
There we go. So Newstead's lead is now 5 seconds over Baker. This battle for second place we're watching on screen is it's entered a sort of a lull. You know, I mean, the calm before the final storm. But the back of this battle, Grayson Wortley in 7th place, he's closing in as well. So this is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Oman in 3rd place is just beginning to lose touch ever so slightly with Jack Baker. So Baker pulling away, and Baker can now just concentrate on driving the track and not fighting with the other drivers. The next 5, including obviously number 66 Max Taddy, you know, they are battling 3 things: the weather, the track, and the driver that is next to them trying to overtake them. They're trying to overtake other drivers as well. So they've got a lot more to think about. But don't forget, we stress again, 7 and 8 years old. You know that you're asking an awful lot of these drivers. If you look at the steering wheels of these karts, they've all got their data loggers on there as well, telling their split times, giving them an engine temperature maybe as well. So they're looking down at the screen on their steering wheel, which is giving them live data about how they're doing.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to read that at that age. When I was 7,
I still can't.
I still can't.
No.
So that just shows the skill of these drivers.
Exactly.
At such a young age.
Yep, and occasionally you've got to look over your shoulder to see about where the nearest rival is as well.
Yeah. It's exactly the same form of racing as what it is for seniors.
Yeah, hanging on for grim death.
Yes, exactly. But and unable to hang on is the 27 after getting a little bit of a helping.
Poddage.
Yes.
Slight poddage there.
Indeed.
And he's now waiting to do a U-turn, sensible driving. Now, again, I'm being completely serious about this. Okay, that cost Morgan Weston a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Because he waited to get the kart around until the track was clear. The drivers in the other class, they just boot it back on the track, even if there's 3 other karts coming.
Yeah.
You know.
The 66 then of Max Taddy. Sorry, get it right. Sort it out. Slap on the wrist.
Auntie Lisa, that wasn't me. That was Auntie Lisa.
I'll get it right.
A good boy.
I'll get it right. There we go. But moving up now those positions and is gaining some more traction. Here's the 17, Jack Baker, in 2nd place. Bit of a no man's land at the moment. As 3 seconds clear from Austin Newstead in front, and about 3 seconds clear from Austin Oman behind.
On that last lap, though, Anthony, Jack Baker was 1.5 seconds quicker than our race leader. The gap has come down from 4.8 to 3.7. Now, we are into the closing stages. Maybe that was Newstead just easing back a little bit. Maybe it was a mistake. What Newstead is now, he crosses the start-finish line. He's lapping some of the slower drivers. Otis Cleary has gone a lap down in 18th position. Imogen Summerfield is 17th. The clock is about to strike 0. Here's this great battle for second and 3rd place now mainly. The first car, that sort of dark black and the number 22 car, that's Otis Cleary. He's a lap down. Now, of course, he's also got to pay attention to the blue flags that'll be waving. So, Oman, Taddy, Wortley and Patterson have now got to try and work their way through. A 5-second penalty. And the back marker is not getting out of the way. And that's going to cost the number 16 car, Austin Oman, 3rd place. Taddy, although Taddy's got a 5-second penalty on the road, Max moves into 3rd position. Now, actually, I can't say. He's not getting out of it. I don't think I saw the blue flags. I don't think the blue flags were shown. So we can't criticise Otis because he wasn't to know that the leaders were behind him.
Yeah.
But he is doing his best to get out of the way. And, of course, he is one of the younger drivers. Oh, and he's really... And still the number 16 Kart has not been able to get past the number 22. And they're finally... Oh, Austin Oman has lost 3 places. Grayson Wortley is now up into P3 in the number 70 Kart. Well mastered at getting through the traffic. Then it's Colby Patterson into 4th. On the road, Taddy is 5th. Austin Oman is now 6th. That'll put him back up into 5th position. Now, what Max Taddy's going to try and do, even though we're now on the final lap, he is going to try and put a good lap in, because he's currently 4 seconds in front of 7th place, Max Gilman. If Max Taddy gets that gap up to 5 seconds, then he only loses 1 place on the road as the checkered flag waves.
Yep. Austin Newstead takes the checker flag clear by 2.5 seconds from Jack Baker, who crosses the line in 2nd place. Grayson Worthy crosses in 3rd place. Colby Patterson in 4th place. Max Taddy crosses in 5th, but of course he's got his 5-second time penalty. Austin Oman crosses in 7th place. Max Gilman in 7th. Josh Cormack in 8th place. Morgan Weston in 9th, and Joshua Griffin round out the top 10. There is your race winner, Austin Newstead. Cheesy grin from that chap.
Well, I'm glad he's happy.
I'm glad he is happy as well. 11th place, Drew Davison. Then it was Ethan Lucas, Harper Dast. Then it was Marley Fisher. The results on your screen. Charlie Munns, Harry Neeson, Imogen Summerfield, Otis Clearly, and the 2 non-finish, Amelia Dazio and Maximilian Eberhardt there with 2 DNFs.
Now, looking at the time, so Max Taddy had to make up 5 seconds. We knew that Austin Oman was going to take 5th on the road. Max Taddy was battling to try and get 5 seconds in front of Max Gilman, and that would mean that Max Taddy would take 6th and Max Gilman would take 7th. The gap at the end of it, Max Gilman was 4.8 seconds in front. So Max Gilman will now take 6th position. Max Taddy, after that penalty, he will finish 7th. Now, you can see Ian Rogers from Motorsport Timing on your screen there, putting one of the timing coders back in there. Now he's going to try and get that. I mean, the wind is unbelievable. There are 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts of wind here at Clay Pigeon today. Now you can see Ian trying to get the coding device to stand up. That is the actual photo sensor. So you've got photo cells to in case of photo finishes, and obviously they sense the transponders as well, trying to put that up and keep it standing on the grass in the face of, well, absolute gale force winds here. Now this commentary is going out to the paddock as well. What I would say, people in the paddock, is to make sure that your awnings are securely fastened down, because there is a lot of vehicles in the paddock, a lot of race trucks, a lot of big awnings and things like that, and you don't want to be trying to take down an easy up awning in this weather, because you will lose it and possibly have to pay for the fact that you've just put through the windows the cars parked next to you when it blows away. There is a view of a sodden, soaking wet Clay Pigeon Raceway. The Hardy family members and mechanics huddled, and of course they're not allowed into the restaurant because of the COVID rules, so they're not allowed onto the balcony upstairs, where there would at least be a little bit of shelter from not the wind but the rain. There are a couple of grandstands there as well, but we are now going down to the grid to speak to our winner.
So we're here with Austin, our first winner of the 2021 British Kart Championships, sponsored by Wera Tools. How was it? What a race. The rain was really heavy.
Yeah, it was, and it was really fun.
Really fun? Wow. Did you overtake a lot of people?
No, because I started in first and came first. I didn't overtake anyone, really.
So that was a stellar performance. Are you excited to be on the top step of the podium later on?
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to thank for helping you win this round?
Especially my dad and my other sponsors.
Do you want to name them?
SGS Builders and Stu Lane, who does all my websites, and Bentley's.
Amazing. Right, well done. We'll see you on the podium a bit later on. And next, we're heading back to the grid for a very wet race.